This week's topic is about problems. What are problems? Problems are things that we seem to be making bigger than they should be. And if a problem comes up, as you can imagine, you in your mind make it so grand that you yourself feel so small. So, what that means is you make your problems be as big as it can be, and then you feel clenched up and very timid. So, in the grand scheme of things, we often make our problems that seem very bigger than they are. And here's a reflection of my experience. I have gone through so many seasons in my life, as you have, I'm pretty sure. And in the negative aspect of my negativity and reflection of those experiences, I have had issues that have come up on regular basis. And oftentimes, whenever I have thought about the problems to be bigger than they were, it never got solutions. So the problem wasn't so much as the problem itself, but the problem was how big I was imagining it. I was going to bed and thinking about it. I was on a daily basis just thinking about it and making that as an issue to be bigger than it should. So my personal experience is that in about 4 years ago, I went through a divorce, as many people have gone through, and the problem was that it was an abusive marriage, and I had issues that came up throughout the court process. When I went to court, the judge I was thinking of as somebody so grand. So, what I ended up doing during the situation is think about how my Christian religion was part of me and how God helped me out of this relationship. Now, when I went into court and I prayed about it, I made God to be bigger than I was. And I ended up having the judge rule in my favor. So this was a very helpful process in my whole case. So I would like to reflect back to you. If you have a religious background and you have the faith and knowledge of how God could help you, so focus on that and shift your perspective a little bit, because when the day passes, what happens? The problem is left to yesterday and we move forward to tomorrow. And even if it's like not even tomorrow, you focus on today. So perspective shift is actually very important. And so the transition to a moment is what I would like to ask you to think about. So a moment where you have gained the perspective change. Think about back in school. What did you do when the teacher would call on you and you had to present the subject? Did you feel intense? Did you feel frustrated? But what happened when that speech was finished? You felt calm and collected. So that's what I would like you to picture. This is your shift perspective that I need you to change. So think about how tomorrow that same problem will not be there. So you are going to have to just focus on little by little about what is to be ahead and not for what's happening currently. I would like to bring into a example of a recent experience that I had. Recently, I was on a flight for a business trip, and I ended up realizing it really occurred to me when the flight or the plane is going up, the ground and all the houses around us seem to get smaller and smaller. So, what does that tell you? And this is my biggest metaphor that I would like to leave with you. When we take off to new heights, what happens to the problems figuratively? They get smaller and smaller. So I would like you to imagine yourself, try to close your eyes if you can, and imagine your problems be left on the ground while you're on the plane going up. So what's going to happen is that when you think of your problems to be so small and on the ground, you don't think about and you don't reminisce over this little problem. The problem seems littler than it should be. So, the key message that I would like to leave with you and to reinforce is that problems are going to always come up. And what I would like you to do is next time to imagine them to be smaller than yourself. So think about the plane. So you're up on the plane. So think about how that specific problem that you have right now is down below. And then think about in a clear mindset how to fix it. So I would like to encourage you today that it's not always going to be that way. There is always a tomorrow, and you're always going to have an opportunity to get new problems. And the new perspective and encouragement is that you will know how to fix it and how to change your perspective on how to deal with it. Thank you for watching, and I would like you to come back. I'm going to have more videos like this for you. In the messages, please comment about what stood out to you and what is it that you have a problem with that I can help you fix. Thank you.